come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And incomplete to open things up.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Fields. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a first down throw, Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Touchdown, Bears! Jarnell Mooney, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On play action, Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers throwing left side, and Watson has it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd walk
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I'd make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. They'll run forward Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Off play action, Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. While they're able to come away with the interception, Charles, they aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete. The Packers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it's one thing to get the interception. It was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to try and go deep again, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Over here.
Here's Jones again on second down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Rodgers now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
50. Hey, you block over here. Yeah,
Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Here's Fields. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Fields now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! David Montgomery as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on 1 throw right there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to go up top again. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
From the 29, Rodgers flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the option, here's Montgomery. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A read option, here's Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On play action, Fields. Locates Claypool on the crossing route. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now it's Fields. This is caught. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That was well defended, and while it was completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields keeping it himself from 5 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying?
He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And this one too low.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Aaron Jones from 10 yards out. And the Packers get a bit closer. Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st down, Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of of the third. Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Packers 17. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Rodgers will try again on second down.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about anything.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one.
He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And again, it's Rodgers.
And complete once again to Watson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. Bears 22-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields, open man, completes it to Claypool. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. To throw is Fields. Claypool with another catch. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Montgomery. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Once more, Montgomery. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 22 yards there, a first down.
Get 300. Get 300.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Green Bay need to get Aaron Rodgers some help at receiver, and they did so by picking Christian Watson 34th overall. That's the earliest they've taken a receiver since 2002. Watson has some NFL bloodlines as well. His dad, Tim, was also drafted by the Packers, and you know his father's very proud watching him pick up that first down there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Yeah, this.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Rodgers. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He's going to air one out. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful,
That doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Get dirty. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
One final try now for Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high.